South by Southwest and Austin Next is here. We're outside the actual conference center for the Creative Expo, and we're with two guys from Woodlawn Health Ventures, Brian and Ari. Brian,
great to be here.
Hey,
very nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about Woodlawn Ventures. How'd you guys get started? What are you investing in?
Yeah, sure. So Woodlawn Health Ventures is a venture company focused on investing in technology that's more focused on the senior space.
Okay.
I myself was a former operator of an assisted living company. Our other partner has been an operator in the assisted living, skilled nursing, and behavioral health space. And so we're seeking to invest in startups where we can provide that truly strategic capital, where we can use our Rolodex to help them drive revenue, where we can use our experiences to help them better articulate their value proposition and to expand their value proposition.
Kind of the epitome of smart money. Yeah. It's more than just a check.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're here. You're coming from New York. You're coming from Houston. Welcome to Austin. Welcome to South by Southwest.
Thank you.
What are you guys expecting to see here today?
So we were busy yesterday doing a lot of work with some of the health programming and getting to know some of the thought leaders and folks who are in the space. We have a long-standing relationship with South by on health with startups. Going back many years, a lot of our friends are here who do investing, who are long-term South by digital creatives, I guess is the phrase that gets used a lot. And it just seemed like the right place to kind of launch and let people know what we're up to.
Okay. And has South by 2023 met your expectations?
I think we're back.
Okay.
You know, we actually, I run a nonprofit that does health innovation, and the year of the pandemic, we had very big plans to do a lot of work in healthcare with partners like Walmart and that kind of thing, doing clinic visits, that kind of thing on site. And then, of course, the pandemic blew up everything we were doing. So it's really nice to see the energy back. I think there's still a little bit of work to do on the health community being back at South by, but I think we'll get back. We'll grow again.
Okay, so when you're talking about the health community coming back slowly, or maybe a little slower than you were hoping for, what are you looking for to happen?
So I think South by has a very unique home for people who are the digital creatives in that you come and it's not just about meeting payers or providers. You're actually coming here and you're meeting other people who are talking about the big ideas in healthcare innovation. I think South by is really good about that, and I'd like to see more of it.
Okay, so how do we make that happen? What are we waiting for?
You know, it's a good question because, you know, I think the film and the music festival is flourishing, but I think interactive needs a little bit of love these days. I think health for a long time was really growing. We used to hang out with Hugh Forrest, you know, the big dog at South by, and he asked me years ago, why is there so much health wanting to come to South by? And we really didn't have the answer. I think it was also part of the whole digital health movement, and everybody wanted to find a home at South by to talk about what they're doing. So I'd like to see that back. I think it's going to take some leaders, some folks who launch things at South by, who talk about what they're doing at South by. I'd love to see more of it, just because, you know, South by has been my home for innovation for so long.
Okay, in a more general sense, over the last couple of days, we've seen a lot of people coming out with companies with products that are focused on behavioral health, neurodegenerative diseases, and the kinds of things that affect the senior community quite a bit. How do you see that progressing in a general sense, both in Austin and, of course, nationwide?
I think obviously there's real need for what they're doing. I think to crack the code, they have to figure out how to get people to use it.
Okay.
And I think that's always the biggest challenge with these products. They're awesome, a lot of them. It's just how do you get people to not just click on it once and then lose interest, but keep coming back. And that's part of what we at Woodlawn are trying to help foster and mentor.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Ari and I did a startup together in the senior adult space about 15 years ago, and we were almost too early. You know, the whole longevity economy really hadn't hit yet, but in the decade or so since, you can really see a lot of movement in the space, a lot of people interested in the space, a lot of folks willing to invest and innovate in the space, and we just want to be part of that.
And that's basically, you know, the definition of a leader is the person that's got the arrows in their back. So it doesn't surprise me that you guys were a little bit early to the game, and that's what made you leaders in the area.
Yeah.
So one of the things we've heard a lot about going on in the last several months now has been obviously DelMed and the innovation campus that's being built near DelMed. Thoughts on it?
Stacy Chang's awesome. You know, I love the leadership over there. I think it's past due. I think they have some really smart leaders. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in healthcare since '04, and what I love about it is it's always changing. And there's always something new, and they're always trying to address the needs that are coming up.
Okay.
And I think COVID turned a lot of things up on their head and gave people a chance to really rethink and re-envision what delivery of healthcare should look like. And so I think it's an exciting time.
Okay, so we're here now. It's March of 2023, so we're 3 years after COVID was officially declared a pandemic. What's next?
Boy, you know, I am hankering to put my head down and do some hard work for a while without obstacles in my way. So for me, it's just like a clear path to getting some things done. So I'm excited about that.
Well, hey, look, getting the first few portfolio companies for Woodlawn Ventures up and running is a big priority for me. I don't know if you're asking more globally what's next, but globally, I think it's people are really just rethinking their priorities and finding new ways to actually achieve their priorities.
Okay, so final question.
Yeah.
If you had one ask, if you could run Austin for a day, and you had one ask of the Austin community, what would that ask be?
That's a good point. So, I used to live in Austin up until a couple years ago, and I think a lot has changed in the last couple of years where there's been a lot more leadership, a lot more folks coming to town in health and in innovation. I like accelerator programs because they do a lot of the work. I think we have some decent folks in town who are doing the vetting of early stage startups, but it'd really be nice to see a capital factory or somebody who really puts some stakes in the ground and really does a lot of the work in finding new startups and getting them connected to the investor community.
Look, I think just increasing partnerships with UT Austin. You have a world-class university here, and I think increasing those partnerships would be great.
And we're proud of the Longhorns. Ari, Brian, thank you so very, very
Nice
much.
to meet
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Appreciate it.